Good morning, people. My name's Rom Kobe, and you are watching the Crypto Stack. And today I'm talking about VeChain. I'm talking about Apple. I'm talking about Ernst & Young. I'm talking about Ripple XRP. Let's get into it. First one up, VeChain, tapped to provide transparency for China's wine trade. And look here, counterfeiting is a huge problem in this industry. You just think about it. You know, you all have seen all of the fake Jordans, the fake Louis Vuitton, fake Gucci. Look, you know, this can all be stopped using VechainThor as an authentication. The VeChain powered wine traceability platform now oversees more than 20 wines in Shanghai's pilot free trade zone, according to a company statement on Tuesday. Launched in 2018, the Shanghai Wine and Liquor Blockchain Alliance has sought to improve the logistics and quality standards for the growing industry as middle-class Chinese consumers develop a taste for the supple intoxicant. However, as consumption grows, so does counterfeiting. You better believe it. The reason for this is, there's been huge amounts of counterfeiting going on. And this poses many problems. I mean, you think about it like this. Many of you probably haven't heard what's going on down in the Dominican Republic, but, there are people literally making alcohol in their bathtubs and selling this stuff. It's getting people sick. And to combat this, we're going to need things in place that can protect us from drinking counterfeit liquor. I mean, the stuff can kill you. If something's doing well, it's gonna get counterfeited. That's the same for Nike, for Jordans, for Louis Vuitton, for Gucci, for Fendi. I mean, how much fake crap do you see on the streets of New York? Seriously. And this stuff is prevalent everywhere. Okay, if there's a buck to be made, there's a scammer about to get some. In a 5-month stint, Chinese authorities reportedly seized nearly 65,000 counterfeit pinfold bottles worth upwards of 4 million. 65,000 counterfeit pinfold bottles, 4 million total. As a means of combating the illicit Chinese wine trade, Shanghai Waigaoqi Direct Imported Goods Company, DIG, a major importer in the region, partnered with the public blockchain project VechainThor to develop an authenticating system for luxury wines. The latest wine registered is the Australian Cabernet Sauvignon, Penfolds bin 407, which retails at around $60 according to Vivino. And if I'm saying that name wrong, this Waigaoqi, can someone please correct me down in the comments below? I'd really appreciate it. I really don't want to disrespect anybody and say this stuff wrong. The blockchain strap bottles are equipped with a near-field communication or NFC chip to track the vintage's provenance. Additionally, the wine's traceability platform is overseen by 2 governmental bodies, and the information stored on the blockchain is independently verified by auditors like DNVGL. DIG reports a 10% increase in sales for vintages tracked by the authenticating platform since launch. 10% increase in sales. Guys, that's proving that this works. Blockchain technology is not going anywhere, and VechainThor is making a lot of connections out here, people. They're building their base, they're building their product, and they are really going to be one of the premier authenticating companies, in my opinion, in the near future. Now, this is also in line with sales of other blockchain-enabled foodstuffs. Now, I personally would have said products, but hey, whatever. The French supermarket chain Carrefour's, I may be saying that wrong as well. Somebody who's French, please correct me on that one. Reported a jump in sales after tracking the production of their mousseline potato puree with Nestle's blockchain technology. Nestle's blockchain technology. Guys, these are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they're involved in blockchain. I'm going to say it again. These are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they're involved in blockchain. Do you really think these people are stupid? That's all I'm saying. When announced, the wine traceability system was expected to expand to over 500 retail stores. So they're literally building their base, just like I said. 500 retail stores within Shanghai. That's just Shanghai. That's one freaking city. Currently, 3 stores carry VechainThor's enabled Penfolds bin 407 bottles. The enterprise-focused VeChain ecosystem aims to improve supply chain management. Several firms such as automobile manufacturers, BMW and Renault, and Global Quality Registrar, DNVGL, use the management system to track products throughout their manufacturing cycle. Guys, it's happening. Adoption is going down. Money's to be made. Money's being saved. People's names are being protected. The products are being protected. Okay? You wouldn't like it if somebody counterfeited your products, slapped your name on it and sold it, and then it was a shitty product. Excuse my language. They're bringing your name down. This technology is coming, whether you like it or not. It's happening. Put your money on it, people. Get ready. VeChain releases blockchain encrypted wine bottles for Australian winemaker. And I tell you what, I know where I'm putting my money, but once again, I'm not a financial advisor, so you do what you want. But I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna scan down here. Blockchain for wine. A number of companies are beginning to issue blockchain verification systems for wine. As previously reported by Cointelegraph, the Big Four audit firm, Ernst & Young, announced that its Ethereum-based blockchain solution will be used to verify the authenticity of imported European wines in Asia. This solution would reportedly be implemented on an e-commerce platform, Tattoo, for use by Blockchain Wine Pte. Limited. On a slightly different note, the retail giant Overstock announced its move into the blockchain-based wine futures back in 2018. Overstock reportedly also intended to fight wine fraud, but in this case by means of developing a digital trading platform for wine futures. This would reportedly result in a secure supply chain that verifies wine industry products, they said. Guys, it is a multi-billion-dollar business. It's happening. You know, are you going to sit back on the sidelines and 5 years from now be kicking yourself in the butt saying, why didn't I just put $1 down? Why didn't I just put 100 down? I mean, you do realize that $1 invested in Bitcoin in 2010 is worth $1 million today. $1. $1. So if you had $1,000 in 2010, you could have been a billionaire. Guys, don't forget this. All right, now exactly. I want to go back up here. Who is Ernst & Young, and why are they? Why is their firm involved in this? And who are they? Well, if you go to Wikipedia, Ernst & Young, okay, is a multinational professional services firm headquartered in London, England, United Kingdom. EY is one of the largest professional services firms in the world, along with Deloitte, KPMG, and PricewaterhouseCoopers. Ernst & Young is considered one of the Big Four accounting firms. Ernst & Young has recently shifted its historical business focus towards consulting. In particular, Ernst & Young advanced its market presence in strategic consulting and entered into direct competition with what has been a traditional field of Big Three companies, namely Bain, McKinsey, and BCG. By series of acquisitions and shift of market focus, EY expanded its market share in areas including operation services consulting, strategy services consulting, HR services consulting or human resources, financial services consulting, and technology services consulting. Guys, listen. Ernst & Young operates a network of member firms which are separate legal entities in individual countries. It has 270,000 employees and over 700 offices around 150 countries in the world. Guys, this is a multinational, multi-billion-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar company. Need I say more? I'm done. Next story. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Ripple to ramp up investments. MasterCard's blockchain hiring spree. We got to look at this. Okay. It's happening, people. Mass adoption is just going down. You got companies left and right getting into this industry. This is like reminiscent of the dot-com boom. You'd be stupid not to put your money in this game. The crypto industry is a dynamic landscape. New alliances are constantly being formed as companies seek to gain ground on the competition. But allies can also become adversaries, and businesses must invest in the technology and talent that can help them adapt to new developments and shifting trends. In recent weeks, several powerful enterprises have made it known that they plan to invest aggressively to strengthen their competitive position within the rapidly expanding blockchain industry. In this regard, the following announcements are particularly noteworthy. Now let's see what's going on here. Ripple's growth through acquisition strategy. Cryptocurrency giant Ripple is on the hunt for more deals. CEO Brad Garlinghouse told Yahoo Finance UK that the company is considering multiple potential acquisitions and investment opportunities as a means to boost the usage of its payments technology and XRP cryptocurrency token. Quote, anything we can do to accelerate our growth and give us more capabilities that serve customer needs is a good place to be, Garlinghouse said. Ripple is flush with cash from sales of its XRP tokens to exchanges and other financial institutions. And I know people that some of us are a little pissed off that Ripple keeps cashing in, hundreds of millions of dollars of coins, to further the ecosystem. But this is part of the pain before the gain. As Dan Pena says, you can't have no pain without no gain, and vice versa. Okay, if you are, you're living in a world that's fictitious. Okay, so even though we may not like that Ripple's doing this, letting all this XRP hit the market so that they can fund research, it's a part of the necessary process to build the infrastructure. Okay, so that we can take these massive gains and we can cash out and drive some of these Lambos if that's what you want to do with your money. Me personally, I'm just going to reinvest it, but that's me. But what I'm really saying is, let's just stand tall, stand strong. When everybody's selling, you need to be buying. In June, Ripple invested $30 million in MoneyGram International in exchange for a 10% stake in the money transfer company. Now, Ripple would not be doing this unless they saw and had a vision and had an end goal in mind. You must believe that these people are very smart, but in order to actually service the world with XRP, they have to lay the foundations. They have to acquire companies. They have to push the use case. But people, this stuff takes time. So just stand strong. In exchange for a 10% stake in the money transfer company, along with an option to invest another $20 million in the future. As part of the deal, MoneyGram agreed to use Ripple's XRapid product and XRP cryptocurrency to facilitate international payments among its customers. Guys, this is the liquidity that we've been waiting for. They're going to be able to settle transactions in seconds, real value. Garlinghouse said that Ripple has invested approximately $500 million in blockchain-related products. That's $500 million, $500 million. And that the company is looking for more deals that could help to further increase adoption for its cryptocurrency technology. We are in a very strong position. Our business is growing strongly. We have a strong balance sheet, and I intend to press our advantage, Garlinghouse said. And I'm with you, Brad. Mush on. All right. Now, this is something that kind of went under the radar, people. And I don't know if you missed it, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. But Apple just created crypto support to iPhone, and it just kind of flew under the radar here. But, really quickly, Apple's press event Monday, now this article, like I said, was June 6th, was filled with announcements, most of them on the software side of things, as the iPhone maker showed us some of the main features of its upcoming operating systems updates. Apple also launched a brand new Mac Pro generation and introduced new developer tools for apps, including support for easily turning iPad apps into Mac apps. That's actually kind of cool. But Apple also quietly unveiled a CryptoKit framework that will allow developers to build cryptographic operations right into their apps. It's too early to say whether Apple is working on its own crypto projects, like an Apple digital coin, that I would advise against. I really would advise against that. But if they do, hey, that's on them. That would work across its devices and services, but it sure looks like a device like the iPhone could soon act as wallets for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, I would strongly, advise Apple not to bring out their own cryptocurrency. They're just drawing attention to themselves where, they really don't need it. There's already a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that they can just utilize. If you've already heard about it, FBI and other agencies have been pressing Apple to, release to them their cryptographic standards so they can break into people's iPhones and gather information. So if, the cryptographic standards are such that the FBI can't break into the phones, well, hey, that's good enough for me to know that, hey, this is going to be a pretty good platform to secure my digital assets. I mean, if the FBI can't crack into it, that's saying something. Just because Apple is bringing cryptography tools to developers doesn't mean that it is interested in creating a Bitcoin alternative of its own, as in the case with Facebook, for example. Also, cryptography is involved in the brand new Find My app that can locate lost or stolen iPhones and Macs anywhere on the planet, even if they're offline, and without any of the data reaching Apple servers. Now that's a little freaky, but that's on a different level, people. In other words, there are plenty of uses for cryptography other than digital coins such as Bitcoin. Conversely, this incredibly sophisticated way of tracking a lost device might prove to be a crucial advantage to turning the iPhone into a crypto wallet that can hold Bitcoin, adding a security layer to the device that has no rival. Apple also updates its icons set to include Bitcoin. And if you just look down here, this is from Brandon Anuman. Just notice that Apple's new icon set, SF symbols, includes Bitcoin. Hey, if they're adding the Bitcoin symbol, to their platform, adoption's on its way, folks. You just got to put your money in. All right. Now, the last article, it really speaks to mass adoption that is on its way, and that people are finally recognizing that cash is dead. Cash is slow. And I'm talking about any cash in any currency in any country. You're talking about paper. You can't send paper on a wire, people. There's no such thing as wiring money. Okay? It's not real. It's a play on words. Okay? If you could wire money, that means you can take a dollar bill, atomize it, putting in the form of a string of electrons, shoot it over the line, and on the other side have some kind of recombiner unit to put those electrons back together and form your dollar. That's not what's happening here. When you wire money, you're talking about you're using somebody else's money that's in pre-funded accounts. And that person's money is just sitting there waiting on you to use it. That means that person can't loan that money and they can't earn an interest on it. This is a clear sign that mass adoption is on its way, and people are starting to highly smart people are starting to recognize the benefits of cryptocurrency. This is not a fad. This is not some joke. It's not a game. Okay. And it's a real technology with a huge upside to it. And I'm just going to read it to you. Austrian telecommunications giant to accept cryptocurrency. One of the largest providers in Austria is planning to accept cryptocurrency for payment at certain store locations. A1, which services some 5.1 million mobile and 2.1 million fixed lines across Austria, is testing cryptocurrency payments at store locations across Austria. Dash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Stellar, and XRP will be available for payment, according to a report by Austrian tech news site Future Zone. Founded in 1881, A1 serves 5.1 million of the current 6.2 million Austrian mobile phone users. The pilot program will also host payments for Alipay and WeChat Pay by the end of August. As of now, Future Zone listed 7 initial locations accepting cryptocurrency payments across Austria. And this is from these people. Listen, quote, "Cash is a discontinued model," said the head of A1's business marketing, Marcus Schreiber, to Future Zone. With our pilot operation in the A1 shops, we will test demand and acceptance of digital currency in Austria. Cash is a discontinued model, people. What? Come on. So this guy, Marcus, knows that cash is antiquated. Cash is old school. You can't send this crap online. You got to hand it to somebody. You got to put it in the mailbox. And that mail's got to get on a plane, train, or automobile to get to its destination. And that plane, train, or automobile takes energy, gas, oil, somebody to operate it, salary, insurance, health insurance, training. What? That's how you move money. All these different people, all these different steps. What? Future Zone says it says A1 is partnering with banking solutions Salmentix, Ingenco, and Concordis for the project. Like other popular cryptocurrency payment solutions, price fluctuations are absorbed through the banking solutions architecture. Moreover, A1 told Future Zone that the payment option is not only for local Austrians, but increasingly geared towards tourists. People, it's happening. If they're accepting currencies in crypto, you know what's happening. They see the freaking potential. They see the future. These people are not dumb. These people see the writing on the wall. It is their business to make money. It is their business to look at future events and see how they're going to play out. Guys, I'm Rom Kobe, and you just watched the Crypto Stack. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will tell you, get on it. That's all I can say. Just get on it, people. Holla.
I want everything. I want the cars, the clothes.